Today in the news, Texas reports 4,879 new coronavirus cases and 116 more deaths. And Mayor Johnson is named to the National Commission on COVID-19 and Criminal Justice. And the City of Dallas's Hospital Capacity Report. Today is August 11th, 2020, and this is Dallas Weekly News. Hello, I'm your host Patrick Washington, and this is Dallas Weekly News. State health officials reported Sunday that Texas has 4,879 newly confirmed COVID-19 cases and another 116 deaths due to the disease caused by the novel coronavirus. The Texas Department of State Health Services said there are now 486,362 confirmed cases in the state and 8,459 fatalities. The true number of coronavirus cases in Texas is likely higher because many people have not been tested, and studies suggest people can be infected and not feel sick. On Sunday, the number of Texans hospitalized with the disease fell again to 7,437, but state health officials on Saturday reported that more than 1 in 5 tests to the virus came back positive over the last week. For most people, the coronavirus causes mild and moderate symptoms such as fever and cough that clear up in 2 to 3 weeks. For some, especially older adults and people with existing health problems, it can cause more severe illness, including pneumonia and death. The vast majority of people do recover. The bipartisan commission, led by former U.S. Attorneys General Loretta Lynch and Alberto Gonzales, will have its second meeting this week. Its mission is to assess the impact of COVID-19 on the justice system, develop strategies to limit future outbreaks, and produce a priority agenda of systematic policy changes to better balance public health and public safety. Mayor Eric Johnson is the only mayor on the commission. The commission recently released 2 impact reports. One titled COVID-19 and Crime Analysis crime trends in 27 cities, including Dallas, before and during the pandemic. The report found that property and drug crime rates fell significantly during the stay-at-home mandates and business closings. It also found that rates of violent crime, including homicide and aggravated assault, began to increase in some cities significantly in late May. Another report titled State and Local Budgets examines state and local spending on 4 C's: cops, courts, corrections, and community-based programs, the COVID-19 fiscal crisis, including an expected $200 billion drop in state revenue, and how policymakers can mitigate these crises without exacerbating existing inequalities, such as avoiding the use of fines and forfeitures to increase revenue, which had a particularly negative impact on low-income residents and communities of color in the last recession. We'd like to acknowledge our sponsor, James Washington, co-publisher of the Dallas Weekly and author of Spiritually Speaking. Spiritually Speaking, a former column that was syndicated nationally in newspapers around the country, is now a collection of thoughts of one man's spiritual journey through Christianity. Spiritually Speaking is available on Amazon.com. And now the City of Dallas's Hospital Capacity Report. Thank you for joining us. This has been Dallas Weekly News. I'm your host, Patrick Washington. You can find these and more stories on dallasweekly.com. And of course, follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And if you can, please stay home, stay safe, and we will see you again tomorrow.